Yeah, I was super impressed as what he did his interview with Puckett over when Puckett went over and did when he was doing his introduction, and I thought it was the
Right.
most engaging and authentic thing since and I like Dickert too, and people forget that he won a lot of games. He won big games. He beat ranked teams. Like Dickert had success, but I also felt like, and I was on campus at the time, so I heard from players that they felt like he wasn't super authentic, especially talking to
Right.
them. Like it
Right.
was kind of
Yeah.
like a built up persona. And everything I've seen from Kirby Moore so far is that he's a very authentic guy and that he's himself, which is super rare in the college coaching landscape. So looking at next season and with the staff that he's assembled, the players that he's assembled, what do you think is a realistic expectation for Cougar fans? Obviously, they have a really two tough road games to start the year, but how do you kind of foresee the season on the field taking place?
Yeah, I mean, it's so early. We haven't had a spring practice yet. Those things have to still happen. You mentioned the first two games out of the chute are tough, but I listen. It's about conference play. I know in my heart, I believe that this program can get back to a high level. I think that that's possible. Year one might be a little bit of a stretch, but because really the path to the college football playoff should be for Washington State in a sense easier than it was when they were in the old Pac-12.
Totally agree.
And there's no doubt that once this conference, this new Pac-12 gets going, that it will be the strongest, at least in terms of top to bottom. It'll be the strongest conference among the non-Power Four conferences, the Group of Six, whatever we want to call those now. In basketball, we'll get to is a whole different ball game. It's going to be this, and I've already Gary Parrish from CBS. He's a guest with us every week. Does a top 25 to 1 every day. He said since day one, he goes, that'll be the best non-power conference, mid-major, if we want to call it that, in the country without a hesitation starting next year. It helps having Gonzaga, obviously. But football-wise, we should also be the best. Year one, CFP is probably a stretch, but in the next couple of years, I think you should be talking about competing for that, being a top 25 team. I mean, if you can go sneak into Seattle and get a win right off the get-go, and that's not out of the realm of possibility, then all of a sudden your expectations change. But they've got to break in a new quarterback, and that's going to be a challenge. But I love the fact they brought the running backs back. I mean, that's a deep group. I wonder what Voorhees was thinking or doing. I really had a problem a little bit with that. But you do you. That's fine, Kirby.
Yeah.
I think as far as bringing back Woods and everybody else, that's receivers. You got a little bit to do to replace there, but there's still a strong group. Offensive line comes back. I mean, offensively, and you have an offensive coach now. I think you'll be in good shape there. And then on the defensive side, there's a lot of holes to fill. But I think this guy knows what it takes to play at a high level as a coach. He was working under a really good coach at Missouri and has had. I mean, you look at the guys he's played under and worked under. The resume speaks for itself. Can it translate? We'll find out. But I still like everything about him. I like everything about where the program is going right now.
Yeah, and like you said, two tough road games to start, but then it's conference play for the first time in 2 years, and we really saw the crowds in Martin Stadium dwindle down the stretch last year,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
very optimistic that playing for a conference championship potentially, even if they started, God forbid, they started 0 for 2, I think 1-1 would be great, but they still have a lot to play for coming out of that, where last year they were 500, and it felt like, I don't know, we're kind of just going out there to play ball games at that point. And so I hope that, and then the flex game at the end of the season can help, get people down to Martin.
Yeah, Luke, I think that's an important point you made. I really do. We're really quick as Cougar fans to throw stones at each other. I've never quite understood that. We like internal fighting. I guess maybe that's just the state of our country right now. Like we want to be divisive, and we're very much so that way. In Pullman, it's instead of just sitting around a tailgate having a beer and having a good time, we've turned on each other quite a bit. And I think part of it is just the climate and the landscape where we're at right now. I don't blame people for not going.